To be homeless means you can't stand still. You never feel comfortable. You are never welcome anywhere you are.
First, let me say thank you to the residents that are living here now. They have shown us that they have the will to take control of their lives, to manage themselves, to create as safe and secure a place as they are able.
Because these are people, just like anybody else. No matter what the problems are, my wife, she works full time, I'm getting ready to get my surgery done. They're all people in there, no matter what. They may have their issues, but I guarantee you so does people in the houses.
That's right.
So, you know, it's just a matter of being treated as humans.
And if we would like to be Sonoma strong, Sonoma proud, Sonoma love, let's do a project that's real. Let's get $1 million. And let's make each one of these camps something that can be replicated. We'll say we can do this. We can house people until there's housing.
Yes.
Hear, hear.
Yes.
So about 2 years ago, some of us got fed up with the fact that there were homeless people living in camps all over the county, and no one was safe. The police would come and harass them and move them around. So we started an unofficial camp called Camp Michela, and it has been, I call it a public camp, because although it's not official or sanctioned, it's been out in the public. We haven't been secret about it. It's been going for 2 years with about 20, 30 people in it. In the last 6 months, the city of Santa Rosa has moved people out of 3 very large campsites, saying that they are going to give them services and help them get on their way and get them out of unclean conditions. What's happened is we now have a camp with about 120, 130 people in it, which is in the Roseland area of Santa Rosa, behind the dollar store on Sebastopol Road. The big chunk of that came since last November, when the last eviction was.
It's been found by the courts that you can't really move someone unless you have a place for them to go.
The county has set up what they're calling a navigation center, which is basically a place for services. And people are happy that it's there because they don't have to traipse all over town to get various things, like maybe they've lost their ID, they need an ID, food stamps, sign up, those sorts of things. It's really good. But they've only done it for 30 days. And there's one organization, which is a host team, Homeless Outreach Street Team, which actually offers some housing. So in terms of getting housing, it's very, very limited. They've been there for a week now. They have had 24 people come in, which is a nice amount. But of those, only 5 people have some kind of housing being offered, and those are not houses with kitchens. And they've used up, they have $100,000 to work with. They've used up $40,000 of that, just for those people.
So for us, we're going to be trying to prioritize as best as we can, but we need people to come and meet with us proactively so that we can have your information ready to go. We can help you get document ready so that if a unit comes on or a shelter bed comes available, we can move you as soon as possible so we don't lose it. We will continue to work with people even after they move. That is our goal. Is everyone going to get permanent housing right away? No, but are we going to continue to promise to work with them the whole time, even as long as they want to stay engaged? Absolutely. Will we be able to try to find temporary options for everybody? Yes. And will some people get into permanent housing right away? Yes.
The engaging part, Jenny, is we have all these people together. When they spread, you won't be able to engage with them no more. When you're not settled like they are right now, where the police aren't harassing them, it's a full-time job. And I'm telling you, for right now, to be up every morning, packing your gear, packing around town, packing this, trying to get a shower, trying to do this, you ain't got time to engage in nothing else. When this camp get dispersed, anybody that's not somewhere that you haven't, whether it be shelter or someplace, and I understand what you're saying about everybody in temporary housing, I know that, it's gone. You've lost them.
As far as I know, these workers that work for Catholic Charities, they're not the bad guys. It's the bigger bad guys that we're like up against. I really feel like I don't want to attack like the little people, but Steve and I have gone in there every single day that they've been open, and there's nothing there. There was an intake form to fill out in the beginning, and that's all there has been. And we were both told that we aren't at risk enough to get help.
My wife and I and a few others were supposed to be told we received our housings, and here we are 2 weeks into it, and we still ain't. Nothing happened. So I got mixed feelings about it right now. I really do.
Obviously, it's good that there's going to be more time to be able to allow for people to access services. So in that respect, I'm happy about that. I'm concerned though either way about the fact that the camp is going to be cleared and that people are going to be forced to leave there, whether they've been able to access services or not. It takes time to place people, and my concern is again that there's not enough time that's being allowed for that.
What's known as the KBBF option is very, very fluid. KBBF has a piece of property, they aren't using it right now. They owe the city a bunch of back money. They're asking the city to waive that, partly in consideration of their service to the community as a bilingual radio station. They're fantastic. But also they're saying, we'll exchange that. So we'll let you lease our property for 3 to 5 years for a homeless camp. So far, the city hasn't been able to accept that. They have a meeting coming up on March 13th where they'll be discussing just the part about waiving or delaying the payment of the fine.
I understand that we need affordable housing, and the land is slated for affordable housing, but we can't find another piece of land to develop affordable housing on except the one where 120 people are camping, and we have to forcibly relocate them for housing that many of them might not even be able to get into.
For someone I spoke to at the Navigation Center, at least 60 people from the camps have been in to try to take advantage of what's been available. I've also been told that there have been 5 of those people who've been offered homes. What we need is a place to build a sanctioned camp. It will be so much cheaper than what y'all are doing right now.
You're criminalizing extreme poverty. Just give them a place to sleep.
All those people out there, they're just people. You're people. I can't be hypervigilant every second. I need to be able to know that I can put my head down and sleep and no one's going to bother me. I have to know that I don't have to wake up and pack all my things around with me every day. Because no one treats you the same. That backpack on, you're easily lesser. You're lesser than human. Not enough time. Okay, bottom line is you're kicking us out of the third and you're going to use cops to do it. It's not fair. We are people. Please stop this. You don't need to build low-income housing right this very second. The almighty dollar is a big deal, but
these people that are supposedly just the worst of the worst who couldn't be put anywhere else managed to get it together to get the fire department to clear this and not shut this place down, okay, and to keep it safe. and organize donations and mediate situations. Everyone agrees that no violence happens inside. Every day it goes by, they get a little bit more strength. And it's just heartbreaking. I mean, what are we all gonna do?
I just want everybody to be safe here, that's here. And being on the streets and doing all this running around isn't safe. You don't have time for nothing but to be survived. This way, these places make it safer. You know, they say it's rough, and it can be. Don't get me wrong, but it's rough anywhere.
We have to have the political will. We have to have politicians and government people who are willing to stand up to people who say, these guys are just a bunch of bums. They don't deserve our help. Somebody has to take the risk to say, no, they're really our neighbors, and we're going to stand up for them, even if you don't like what we do. And then we need sort of a lot of love to just surround people so they can move forward in their lives.